you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, as an INFP, how did you overcome shyness? Answer by Lizette Moreno. I am an INFJ, but my closest friend, and now girlfriend, yay, is an INTP. She is very good at analyzing people's motives from an objective viewpoint, but she doesn't emote the way most people do. She can imitate an expected response but will most likely not sympathize, and when she doesn't know the expected response she can't act accordingly. Either way, she feels awkward. I'm sort of the opposite of her. I adapt to people's emotional levels but on instinct. If someone is down, I'll become more serious. If someone is excitable, I'll become loud and energetic. I don't think about people's motives and don't really read them. I guess it's more of a vibe for me. I don't draw conclusions in a logical way, but rather I depend on what feels right, and I tend to have an innate sense of what people are feeling, unlike my INTP counterparts. Sometimes I might be a bit naive, I suppose. But changing yourself isn't the solution. I've seen my girlfriend grow as a person, it's amazing, and I hope I can help by sharing a few of my observations. You, my dear INTP, are amazing. You don't need to change. It's actually an enviable trait to be so logical. But in case you were wondering, there's nothing wrong with you. Sure, you might be a little awkward, but that's what learning and degrowing is for. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with you. You might not hear this often, or if you do, you're skeptical about it, and with good reason. But even if you don't believe this, at least keep it at the back of your head. Know that not everyone is out to get you. Be cautious, but don't close yourself out completely. Integrity is key to INTPs, I think. And you tend to think negatively of everyone else as means of self-defense. No one can hurt you if you don't give them the opportunity, yes, but people that actually care about you, they exist. And I don't mean this in a you can always count on your parents or a therapist type of way. Of course you can, but I really mean that some people have genuinely good intentions, and as stupid as you may evaluate them to be, perhaps they may be the ones to break your barrier a bit. My INTP admitted that she first thought I was too nice and must have an ulterior motive. If not, I would just be stupid to let my guard down that low. So you should realize that people who have good intentions exist. But they won't be perfect. But neither are you, so you can grow together. You need to take steps to make something perfect. If you're waiting for it to be perfect before you take a step, you'll never take a step. Talk about things you care about. When people come to you for advice, it's probably since you give arguably the most unbiased advice. This is both a pro and a con, since your advice is amazing, but it's in part due to your lack of empathy. If you can't relate to people and their mundane drama, talk about something you genuinely care about. Are you a space nerd? Talk about it. Do you like philosophical questions about morals? Talk about it. Are you a couch potato that watches too many shows for it to be healthy? Talk about it. The point is that you should have fun in conversations too. Obviously choose a good audience, see step number 2 above, but conversations are more engaging when you're a connoisseur on the topic. Having an amazing listener and getting hyped about talking of, let's say, your fandoms, will make conversation enjoyable and give you confidence that people actually care. Even if they struggle to understand you, they still care, so open up when possible. Does it frustrate you that, as an INTP, you struggle to relate to most people on an emotional level? Open up about it. To someone close that has proven themselves a good listener. This is scary, I know, but having another human support you and work at understanding you is key to solving your frustration. Even if they don't, or won't, understand, their effort to do so just may be the first step to helping you build trust and strengthen your relationships with other Homo sapiens. If you're awkward because you feel misunderstood and can't relate to most people, opening up to others about this very frustration is a good first step. I must warn you, it's a deep conversation. It may be casual for some, but just speaking from experience, my friend at the time, and I had a thorough conversation. We dedicated an entire phone call to it the night she decided to discuss it. Take it slow and don't force yourself. I admit, it's more serendipitous that my INTP and I clicked, where you may not have anyone in your life like that now. You may be close to people but alienated at the same time, and this may confuse you. Here's where my list becomes less logical and more intuition-based, but even though you may groan reading this, it's something you must hear. Let it happen, when it happens. My INTP always wanted to communicate to someone the struggles of being an INTP, but never could. She estimated that she would have that phone call, the one I mentioned earlier, in 10 years, not in that moment. Trust people. Talk about what you want to talk about. Open up. Love others and be loved. Yes, learn how people react normally, but remember to be yourself. Be honest. A tale of caution, INTPs, as far as I know, can be extremely blunt but take that risk occasionally. Learn to laugh about it when you say something brutally and unexpectedly honest. But don't let yourself be ridiculed. Learn to laugh about it, but still hold firm beliefs and opinions. There's no other you, after all. That being said, try to not be so stubborn sometimes. Be open to new ideas, yet at the same time place value in your ideas even if they're different. This isn't a strict do this checklist, but what I've noticed in the growth of an INTP. It's all about finding a balance. INTPs, or this generation especially, is paradoxical. We are arrogant yet self-deprecating at the same time. The INTP might think highly of their logic, yet at the same time curse it for making them so different, so awkward. Try to balance this out a bit more, trust others a bit more, yet believe in yourself. Anyways, I really hopes this helps. I assume the awkwardness you were referring to was an emotional one. If I was wrong, please correct me. But those are my tips, in case you are struggling to relate to others and be understood. Good luck on your journey in this tough world and, hey, I'm willing to be that first person to listen if you'd like. But if not, I hope this enlightens you. Tilda. An answer by Matt McGuire. It's a to overcome awkwardness. A good first step is embracing it. Own it. Laugh at it. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let it get you down or expect it to go away overnight. Be willing to be awkward and get on with life anyway. Then, over time, give yourself opportunities in which you must get outside your comfort zone in small but increasing increments. Talk to people. Explain things. Even talk about feelings. Tell jokes. Do it all poorly. Laugh at yourself. Do it more. Finally, over time, get really good at least one thing. Having confidence in your own abilities goes a long way to help. If you can explain what you can do and teach others, even better. Little by little, most likely over years, you'll find that you're either less awkward, or you don't care about it anymore, which is almost the same thing. Good luck. Answer by Jonathan Nash. I wouldn't change my awkwardness for anything. It seems to be something that draws people, especially women, to me, and that's a plus because I normally wouldn't talk to them first. It also depends on what kind of awkward you are. Are you the person licking pennies in the middle of the night at a Waffle House? Or do you only walk on the white tiles? The latter is fun, the former is creepy. No one wants to be the creepy guy, so shave the Takarka Predator mustache and stop licking pennies. In all honesty though, just be you, man. If you find something entertaining, enjoy it. Too many people take life so seriously. A little secret that no one ever says, life isn't serious. The serious people don't have as much fun as the grown man riding the shopping cart through the store. They can't laugh at themselves, which, let's be honest, Terry's plenty for all of us to laugh at about ourselves. I like to say that if God exists, he must have a sense of humor. Think about it for a second, why else would people look so funny when they have sex? Orgasms are so funny, it's the only time people make those faces. Sorry, lost train of though for a second. As an INTP, being awkward is kind of a calling card. If you're really bad at talking to people, and flirt are things like "I like your hair" before going quiet again, work on your communication. It's not that hard, and use your friends as practice. If you don't have friends, use your parents, or siblings. As an INTP, Eva done all the awkward things Eva mentioned above, besides licking pennies and having a mustache by itself. I have a fully beard, but can't understand why someone would just go for the stash. Anyway, that's going into another conversation again. Don't worry about it, man, just do you and enjoy life. Most people are too caught up in their own meaningless bullshit to even care that you skipped to ask the girl out. Again, something Eva done, arms flailing and everything, got shot down quick too. Enjoy your life and don't worry about what other people will think of you, because chances are their opinion will never matter.